This video is sponsored by my brand new travel guide, Beyond the Tourist Trail Kyoto Edition, available now on my website. I don't think I will ever forget what it was like to be in Kyoto when the borders were shut. It was a wild time to see it like that. It's obviously gotten really busy in recent years, like even more so than it was in 2019. But despite the crowds, I'm actually still very happy that tourism is back, because I know it's probably easy to look at the before footage and be like, oh man, must have been so nice. And like in some ways it was for sure, it was really, really peaceful, but it was actually really sad and they were so clearly struggling. And I hope that it will never be like that ever again. In Kyoto, the hotel occupancy rates fell to 6% and most places just weren't able to cover the cost of staying open. So in just 1 year, 632 businesses were forced to close permanently in just Kyoto. I think COVID really shone a spotlight on how important tourism is and how, it just made like a lot of people rethink the way that they do things. And like, of course, it has made some residents like long for the days of when there were no tourists around. And like, that's also fair enough, like for sure. It's very busy right now. I mentioned this in my recent video about over-tourism in Japan, but a YouTuber named Takashi, he made a video interviewing Kyoto locals about tourism and the responses were surprisingly in agreement with me. You can go watch the full thing. It's a really touching video. I just think it does a really good job of highlighting how the locals in Kyoto actually feel about tourism. Like, it's a nuanced issue for sure, but I think it's quite different to what the English-speaking internet would tell you. And if you're coming to Japan and you wanted to watch this video to see how busy it is in Kyoto, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. At the main attractions, it is busy. I filmed the after portion of the video in October, which is a pretty average month for tourism numbers, maybe slightly above, but at some places there can just be so many people that it can be like kind of hard to enjoy yourself. And I'm not saying that you should just skip the main locations at all. Like, I would never say don't go to Fushimi Inari because it is absolutely amazing and there's really nowhere else quite like it in Kyoto. But the reality of visiting these places right now is that they will be very, very busy. So I highly recommend going with like alternative timings, so either very early in the morning or late at night. Like just last week, I went to Fushimi Inari at 9 p.m. and it was awesome. There was nobody there. I might even like it more than the daytime. So there are ways to see these places without any people, but during the day, they will be packed. But, and this is the biggest but, it's only at the main attractions. I'm very, very passionate about this topic. You won't hear me shutting up about it. Japan is just such an amazing country and I love living here so much, but it has got a real problem of people that all just visit the exact same place as everyone else, and there is just so much more to see out there. For the past few years, I've been working on my second travel guide, this time to Kyoto, and oh boy, have I discovered some absolute doozies that are so freaking beautiful, but completely empty, or like mostly empty. The guide is out now. It's called Beyond the Tourist Trail Kyoto Edition, and it is a comprehensive curated guide of over 20 different alternative and unique locations in Kyoto, all separated by season and accessible with public transport that will see you avoiding the crowds, supporting the local industry, and having a truly unique experience in Kyoto. I've lived in Osaka, which is quite close to Kyoto, for like 8 years, and in that time I've seen the city change so much, but unfortunately a lot of the information online hasn't, and the amount of places I found online that were like, oh, shh, this is a hidden gem, and then you go there and it's like packed with people, was crazy. The number was not 0. At the same time, there is over 2,000 temples and shrines in Kyoto, so it's really difficult to know like what places are worth it and what places aren't. So I've gone ahead and taken out all of the guesswork for you and left you with only the best. On top of that, there's an accommodation guide, seasonal recommendations, travel tips, Japanese phrases to use on the go, tips for families with kids, and also a guide for vegans and vegetarians with a map pinning all of my favorite veggie restaurants in Osaka and Kyoto. Honestly, it would take you a very, very long time to find all of this information online, so this way you will have it all in one place and know that it's advice that you can trust. So if you would like to avoid the crowds on your next trip to Kyoto, see something different and support the locals, check out Beyond the Tourist Trail Kyoto Edition on my website. And you can also bundle it with my previous travel guide for an even better deal. And don't worry, if you've already bought my previous travel guide, you'll receive an email soon with an opportunity to buy the Kyoto guide at the new discounted price. I have been working on this guide for years now, and I've poured my heart and soul into it, and I really, really think you're going to like it, and it's going to elevate your trip to Kyoto. So go and check it out. Beyond the Tourist Trail Kyoto Edition. You can scan the QR code or you can click the link in the description. How and where you spend your money, it's not only important for like benefiting the locals, but I also think it makes a huge difference to your experience as well. I always recommend booking some kind of like experience while you're here, like a workshop or a tour or something like that. Like, yes, it will cost you more money, but the experience and the insight that you'll get from it and like the interaction that you'll get with the locals, it will usually end up being like the most memorable thing from your trip, and it supports the economy in a really meaningful way. In saying that though, some tours are not for me personally. I don't know how to say it, but there is a company that I've been on before that I really recommend, and they're named Wabunka. They've been a sponsor on this channel. I've been on 2 of their workshops before. Like in Kyoto, I did a kintsugi workshop, which is like the technique of repairing pottery and embellishing it with gold. And then in Kamakura, which is closer to Tokyo, we did a hanko making workshop. Hanko is like the personal seal that you use to like sign official documents in Japan, but like anyone can own one. Like you don't have to be a local in Japan. So we got to select like how we wanted our names to be written in Japanese, and then we got to choose the case that it would go in. Ours was made of recycled kimono, which is so cool. And then we got to choose the material that the hanko is made of, and then by the end of the day they'd like already created it for us. The whole experience was so fun and so interesting to learn from the person themselves who actually like carves it for us, and then you get to walk away with like the most personal souvenir. It was awesome. It was such a cool experience, and not something that you would normally see on like a regular trip. And Wabunka organized everything for us. They'll even book like a translator to come with you as well. It is a premium experience though, so the prices are probably a little more than what you would normally see, but I promise you will have an amazing time. Like I said, they sponsored this portion of the video, but there's also a discount code in the travel guide I made, so that's just an extra little bonus for you. When you actually get to talk to the locals and learn from them, there's just nothing that can replace that authenticity. And of course, it also benefits the economy a lot. Another approach to minimizing the impact of your travel is just to slow down and to spend longer in one place. This way, you're less likely to increase strain on things like the bullet trains and the airports and stuff like that. Anyway, traveling to Beyond the Tourist Trail locations and traveling slowly and that kind of thing, you know, they're not perfect solutions. There's really only so much that one person can really do, so they're meant to work in tandem with the government support and the infrastructure, but it is a start. I have been lucky enough to call Japan my home for almost 10 years now, and even though it was really cool and nice to see Kyoto completely empty, it's just really cool to like have this footage. It's kind of like a time capsule in a way. But regardless, I'm still very, very glad that tourism is back. The city is lively, it's thriving, and it makes me really happy. Even though like seeing how busy it is in this video, it might make you feel kind of deflated, but trust me, for the people who want to go off the tourist trail, you'll be met with so many amazing places that you pretty much get all to yourself. It's kind of wild. Japan's a bit unique in that way. There's so many places for you to see, and I'm really excited for you to see it. Like I'm so lucky to be able to live and travel in Japan, to spend so much of my time like finding the best places in the country. And I love it here so much. And I just want other people to have the same experience as me and to see the country the way that I get to see it. So thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I'm excited for your next trip. It's going to be so good. Japan's amazing. So go and check out my Kyoto travel guide. It's linked in the description. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.